Want to watch me break a brand new action figure? Stay tuned. Hey guys, what's up? On this episode, I want to take a look at a brand new figure by a company called Berserker Studios. Now, this is a new line called the Myth line, and this thing looks really awesome. And when I saw this for sale, I was like, bam, I got to get this and check this figure out. He is the one god of all gods, Zeus. So here he is in his little window box. The box is nice, packaging is good, has a couple pictures on it. Not too much, but quite nice to look at. It's going to look nice. Now this is the LA Comic-Con 2022 show exclusive that I purchased from 5ktoys.com, and I pre-ordered him a few months ago. He just came out. I do believe this is the first of this line to come out by Berserker Studio. I know they are just have a pre-order available for an Ares God of War, and as far as 5K Toys, they have two versions up for sale. One is a blue version, and one is a gold version. This guy caught my eye, though. When I saw him, I just thought he looked great. Now, they have the regular standard version doesn't have the ripped outfit and the blood and such. I think that's the only difference. I'm not 100% sure. This is the version that they offered, and as of the day of the shooting of this video, he is still on sale at 5ktoys.com. So he's a very interesting looking figure. When I saw him again, I'm a big Mythic Legions guy. So when I see a figure like this, I think, will he go well with my Mythic Legions? You know, I pretty much collect the Mythic Legions, but then when I see things from other toy lines that grab my attention or hit that soft spot in my heart, you know, I'll jump on them. And this guy did. And I thought, you know, a lot of the Mythic Legions fans, a lot of toy fans, might not even know about this guy. If you're not actively searching, there hasn't been a lot of hype about them coming out. So I thought I would pick him up, and we'll take a look at him. He has some neat accessories. Everything looks really nice. You know, first glance, my first impression is it's a very well done figure. The outfit is really neat. It has this kind of strange little design on it that's sort of a new kind of tech thing, but it's really cool looking. Kind of a neat take on the figure. His head looks like it might be a little bit small. It's a big mistake. Some action figures make the head a little small, and it kind of makes him look like a little bit of a pinhead. But he's got a swappable head and swappable fists. So that gives him a little bit of that customization of the pop and swap. So I have no doubt that this figure could have some really neat customization aspects to it. So I've already got some ideas about different things I could do with him. But he looks really cool, and I'm anxious to see what he looks like in really nice pictures lined up with the Mythic Legions guys. And I'm going to also compare him to a couple other figures so you can get a good idea of how he sizes up in comparison. Really cool action figure. I'm really dying to have a good look at these accessories and see what this guy looks like out of the box. So let's go over to the table and open this guy up. So here we have Zeus. This guy is interesting looking out of the package. You know, he's feels nice and seems to be a nice figure. On the box it says that he has 23 points of articulation, and he seems to have good movement. This is... okay. His arm's a little twisted. There we go. No problem fixing that. This is interesting. His little shoulder. How the heck? This strap thing that holds this armor on. I think maybe it needs to come up. Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. So that was low on his arm as it was shipped, but raise that up. Okay, that looks quite a bit better. He seems like a nice figure. He has a nice feel to him. He has the double hinged elbows and knees, so he gets a lot of movement, which is always nice for photographs. And the joints don't look too bad. His armor, like the forearm gauntlets, are removable. They just float on his forearms, so obviously his hands, you can switch out the hands, so that means you could remove the armor. Oh yeah, quite a nice figure. His head is a little bit on the small side. I think as he stands alone, it's not so noticeable, but when I bring in other figures, I think his head may look a little small. Here's a look at the faces that they give you with him. There's two here. A slightly more pissed off look on this guy. He only looks moderately angry on this head. He's looking pretty annoyed over here. And the head, there's the socket. It looks like a kind of a smaller pin. And there's a socket in the back of his head. I'm guessing this comes off. This is pretty soft. Tricky getting out. Luckily there it is. And then that keys right into the back of his head, so you can switch out. Now let's try to pop his head off. Nice, okay. Head comes off pretty easy. Didn't break it this time. There's the little ball on the end. Okay, let's see how hard it is to pop the... oh, not bad at all. Not bad. I put the angrier head on. He has a kind of a... you can't really lean his head back too much. It goes side to side, but not too much up and down with the hair. So he's always kind of got a I'm looking down on you kind of expression. Very cool, though. Has, some crunch in here and stuff, so you can always pull the chest back. Very nice. Oh, I'm digging this guy. I like the figure. Yeah, very nice feel to it. They did a great job, and I really appreciate the bloody version. Yeah, I'm liking the way this guy looks. Let's take a look at what he comes with. You stand there. Very neat weapon. Has some great detail. Here's the sword he comes with. That's very nicely done. Has great colors. Matches him nicely. So here's the lightning bolt he comes with. This thing is wicked cool. I love that they did it in this clear blue plastic. Very neat. And I bet for photography, if you hit it with some light, it'll really look spectacular. Here's a look at his shield. Love this shield. This thing is so cool. The blood splatter on it just adds to it. Of course, that's Medusa's head on his shield. Very cool. The inside, he has a arm cuff and then a movable peg to grab on. They even did some detail on the inside of the shield. Bravo. Very nice. Now we already switched the head. Here's a look at the different hands he comes with. He has a hand for grabbing the plastic. It's a little bit stiff. You might want to heat it up a little bit so you don't break it. Here's another hand to hold things. Weapon type holding hands. One's a little bigger. If you can see how open that is. Opposed to like there. It's a left and a right. And there's the other two. So I guess this one, the way it's angled, looks like it's set up more for the staff. This one's open a little wider. Probably for the shield. And then you have the two almost closed weapon hands. And then, of course, he comes with two fists as well. And the other head. This is a close look at the head he came with, or that came on his body. And this is, again, the angrier, oh, now you did it. Oh, no, you didn't. You know, one of those expressions. And again, great articulation. About the only down is his head doesn't tilt back that far. But other than that, he has a great ab crunch. Nice hips. Great knees. He can kick all the way back. His ankles seem to be real nice. They pivot and move. Again, the armor is all straps. So you could, as far as customizing a figure, this guy, you could strip him down, remove all his armor, and have a completely cool character to customize. So here's a look at our Zeus next to some Mythic Legions figures. Here's the Gladiator, and we have one of our Four Horsemen exclusive figures over here. And you see how big Zeus is. He's got some nice height on him. I'm surprised. I didn't think he was going to be as tall, but he's actually a little bit taller. I love the way he sizes up, though. He looks great. He really does. So here's our boy Zeus lined up with some barbarians from Mythic Legions. You can see they look very nice together. Again, his head is a little small. It's not terrible or anything. It's just a little small compared to these guys. Still very proportionate. I mean, probably very accurate to with a 1/12 scale human would look. But there they are lined up together. Muscularity wise, they're in the same ballpark. You know. Up now they're on the conga train. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Okay. Now I'm just getting silly. So here we have Zeus putting the moves on Valedia from the Fight for Glory line. And here, as I bump the camera, here you can sort of see again, the little bit of the difference in the head size. And like her, she got a little bit of meat on the bone there and such, and makes him look a little bit skinny in comparison. Let's just, you stay there, Zeus. If you pop her head off, it's not bad, comparison-wise. put her up here. You know. Whoops. There we go. Little wardrobe malfunction. But there they are together. Not bad. He comes with a little necklace that flew off when I popped his head off, but I don't even know it was there. I don't think you can even see it under his beard. But this guy, he's awesome. I like this figure. I think he's going to pose up really well. Let's take some pictures of him and see how he looks. Take this hand and pop the wrist off. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Wow. That sucks. Well, the wrist just snapped. Now, I barely pulled on that, and it just snapped. Well, after thinking about what to do about this broken hand situation, I'm going to call it, man. This is kind of a cheap plastic, and I was very excited about the figure up until this. And I mean, I just barely gave that a little bit of a tug, and it snapped. And I know a lot of people are going to come in and say, oh, always soak it in hot water and this and that. But it shouldn't be that cheaply made. Even my dog is mad about this. Well, let's glue it on and get back to some pictures. So here's my final thoughts on this figure. He's a nice figure, and I was really digging it until the wrist broke. Now, I did not use enough force to justify it breaking. I was able to glue it, and I still can turn it back and forth for pictures. There's no more wrist movement. Of course, I wouldn't swap out the hand again now that it's glued in. But figure is nice. He looks good. He is very, very posable, but he's tough to stand. His feet are not very good for standing. His ankles are very weak. This plastic is flimsy. That's my biggest complaint with this guy. The plastic they used is very brittle, and it's a very, very hard, rigid plastic. In fact, his ankle, as I was posing him for pictures, I could see that the ankle flexes away from the joint and such in a way that you find with the more rigid plastic that doesn't give. So I would say this guy is a very delicate figure. He's great. He looks good. They did a great job with the design and stuff on this guy. But he is a very delicate figure. He's hard to pose because he doesn't want to stand very well. So that makes it tough. Also, like, the weapons Like the lightning bolt's beautiful, very hard to get into his hand. Very difficult. Very tricky. So although he's very poseable, it's very hard to pose him if you're not somehow holding him or secured. He has no holes in the bottom of his feet, so you can't pin him in anything. So anyway, still a nice figure. Those are the pluses and the minuses of this guy as I see it. I got some really nice pictures of him, and I'm happy with that. And I'm glad I could share with you the pluses and the minuses. So now you get to decide whether you want to add Zeus to your collection or not. Hey, thank you all for watching my video. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you want to subscribe and see more, hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you next time on Toys in Motion.